Hybrids aren't the only alternative to gas-powered vehicles nowadays. There are electrics, plug-in hybrids, and now hydrogen-based vehicles are starting to join the club, like the Toyota Mirai. The Chevrolet Volt is one of the best-selling plug-in hybrids out there, and the benefit of having a plug-in is that you never need to worry about running out of fuel and keeping your eyes always peeled for the nearest charge station like how you do with a full electric vehicle. For 2016, the Volt sees a major redesign that addresses some of the issues of the last generation model and boosts up the electric range too. So let's go ahead and check out this all-new redesigned 2016 Chevrolet Volt. Now, I love the styling of this Volt generation way better than the last generation model. I thought the last generation had pretty polarizing looks, especially in the rear end of the vehicle. This vehicle looks a lot less polarizing and more like a normal vehicle, especially in the rear. Now, you do have some nice styling amenities such as these LED low beam headlights, which come standard on the Volt, and then you also do have LED daytime running lights too. And then the front of the vehicle is pretty stylish with its razor looking like grille. It also matches the same front end of the Chevrolet Spark EV model, which is pretty cool. But overall, really love the styling of the new Volt here. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. Pretty high quality looking key fob design, nothing to complain about. It is a smart key, and then you have your remote keyless entry, unlock, your remote engine start, and then your panic button too. Now this color of the Volt is known as the Kinetic Blue Metallic. And then also you have smart key access on all four doors. Our trim of the Volt we have here is also the LT trim, which is a fairly basic trim for the vehicle. Comes with a full-on gray cloth interior. And then you also do have manual driver's seat adjustments. A power driver's seat is actually not available, which is kind of interesting. Now stepping on inside of the Volt here, the step-in height is fairly low, of course, and the snug feeling cabin of the last generation carries on into this generation model here. The cabin design is fairly stylish, very nicely updated. Now you do have push button ignition, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start, of course. Full leather wrap steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, you have a 1-speed direct drive automatic transmission with lower gear selection. I also love the way the shift knob is designed too. Pretty cool looking. Now when you put the vehicle into reverse, of course this displays your rear view camera with guidance lines, and then you also do have trajectory. I do have one gripe of this rear view camera, however. Even though it is quite large, the resolution isn't all that great. Just a little minor gripe there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights, located right here, and then the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood, check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors. Now right here is where you charge the Volt at, and then you can use a standard 120 volt power source, which takes about 13 hours to charge, and then you can use a 240 volt power source, which takes about 4.5 hours to charge. "17-inch alloy wheels." Coming to the front, you have LED low beam headlights with your LED daytime running lights as well. Now the Volt has a plug-in hybrid system consisting of twin electric motors producing 149 horsepower, and then you have a 1.5 liter gasoline engine. The electric motors are powered by a rechargeable 18.4 kilowatt lithium-ion battery pack that is charged from the grid and can be partially recharged on the go from the gas engine and regenerative braking too. The gas engine kicks in when the battery pack's initial charge is depleted, working primarily as a generator to continue providing electricity. Now, as far as EPA estimates go, you're looking at about 106 mpge with about 53 miles in electric range, and then also you have 42 miles per gallon in gasoline mode only. Now, pricing of the Volt starts at the LT model, which is the trim we have here. That starts at $33,170. Then you have the Premier, which starts at $37,520. Now, as far as competitors go of the Volt, you have the Nissan Leaf, which is actually a full electric vehicle. You also do have the Honda Accord plug-in hybrid, as well as the BMW i3 too. And then, of course, the Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid as well. Total vehicle price for this Volt is $35,185. Shark fin antenna, rear window defroster. Coming to the rear, we also have LED taillights, rear reflectors. Love the little lightning symbol they put through the V of the Volt symbol. Pretty cool there. Now, something interesting about the Volt is that when you actually open up the hood of the vehicle, the gas engine will actually kick in, and then when you close it, the gasoline engine will shut off. Now, here goes your basic power necessities: power windows, power mirrors, power door locks, chrome interior door handles. Now, build quality and materials inside of the Volt here are okay, can be a little bit better. Now, you do have a hard touch upper door panel, and then on the mid door panel and the armrest, it's nice and soft touch. And then up here, it's a hard touch plastic, but the graining of it is quite nice. Same with this part too. Build quality is okay. Some of the interior trim and pieces kind of creak, and some of them are kind of flimsy feeling. Build quality and materials inside of here can be improved a little bit. Now, the steering wheel on the Volt is pretty stylish as well, and the steering wheel rim is actually pretty bulky feeling. Now, we have your cruise control buttons right here, heated steering wheel button, and then we have your controls for your voice recognition as well as your TFT instrument cluster, which I'll get to in just a second. We also do have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, which are located on the back of the steering wheel here. Now, coming down here, we have a little storage cubby, 2 USB charging ports, an auxiliary input, and a 12-volt power outlet. The steering wheel also does manually tilt and telescope. Pretty good range of adjustment there. And then right here we have your different driver selectable modes, your traction control off button, and dual cup holders. Center console lid is nice and soft touch and stitched. And there's an okay amount of center console storage. There can be a little bit more, however. Seating comfort in the Volt is okay. The seats are a little firm feeling. Side bolstering is okay. Thigh support can be a little bit better, however. Up here we have a manually dimming rear view mirror, and then your OnStar right here too with SOS Safety Connect. Coming to your AC controls, pretty simple and clean looking layout overall. Now right here we have your fan speeds, and then your different zones right here too. Your recycling mode, and then you have your eco mode too. And then you have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the passenger. And then right here we have your temperatures. Now, the TFT instrument cluster, like I said, is all controlled by these buttons right here. And this instrument cluster will actually show you a lot of information. Now, let's get started. Now, coming to the information right here, shows you your trip information, and then also you have your digital speedometer too, which is pretty nice. And then you have your coolant temperature, timer too, average speed, tire pressure monitoring, oil life percentage, total fuel range with the electric mode and the gasoline mode combined. This is where your EV mode is. We have 51 miles left, and then the fuel range is down here too. And then you have another form of your digital speedometer if you just want that. And then it also gives you a little bar for the range for the gasoline and then the battery too. Now coming to audio right here, basically you can view your audio source, what radio station is playing, change the radio, change the audio source, all that good stuff. Right here we have your Bluetooth phone. You can make a phone call from here, or if there's any incoming calls. Then you have your navigation with your turn-by-turn direction. You could turn voice on or off if you would like. Up here it also shows you what gear you're in and if the headlights are on or off too. Coming right here, you could select the layout of how you would like for this whole system, which is pretty cool. You have a classic version, a modern enhanced, a classic enhanced, and then just a modern mode and a classic mode. Coming to settings right here, you can change many different settings if you want in miles or kilometers. Then also you could change the speed warning, tutorials on anything, all that good stuff. Overall, this TFT instrument cluster is very intuitive and pretty user-friendly as well. Now let's get to the Chevrolet MyLink system. This is the next generation MyLink, and I love it. And what you'll find on this next generation here is the Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto and all that good stuff. It's a very responsive touchscreen as well, coming to your different audio sources. It includes all of the normal AM, FM, XM satellite radio. Your different media sources do include Bluetooth streaming audio, your auxiliary input, and your USB ports with iPod integration. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. I believe there's also no CD player too. A lot of vehicles are dropping that nowadays. Coming to your phone, you have your Bluetooth phone. You can hook that up, have all of your contacts stored on here, have an integrated dial pad, view your voicemail, and view any recent calls too. Right here we also do have your seek and track button too, and then a back button as well. Coming to projection, you have to have a connected supported device to a USB to use that feature. Coming to settings right here, you could change many different settings from the time and the date to the language, valet mode, radio, voice, the Apple CarPlay, all that good stuff. And then coming to your energy, it shows you your energy flow and then the battery power too, which is pretty cool. Gives you your info on energy usage. And then charging info too, like the charge mode and the charge limit. Pretty cool there. And then we also do have Pandora Internet Radio on this bad boy. And you can view your text messages too if you have a phone connected. And then right here we also do have your OnStar nav. But you have to have OnStar to have that activated. And then right here we just have your regular OnStar. Let's go ahead and test out the voice recognition of the MyLink system.
Command, please.
Tune to 101.1 FM.
101.1 FM, correct?
Yes. I love how they ask you if it's correct or not before actually doing the command. Overall, love the Chevrolet MyLink system here. It's one of the best in the business now for its simple and easy to use interface as well as its great responsiveness. Now, visibility in the Volt really isn't a strong point for this vehicle, and that's mainly due to its hatchback design. We have really thick and very wide A pillars here, and then the C pillars are pretty big back there too. Limited rearward visibility. Overall, if you're looking for a car with good visibility all around, then this may not be the vehicle for you. As far as driving the Volt goes, the Volt drives pretty nicely. The ride quality is pretty nice and it doesn't feel firm at all. The powertrain also delivers a decent amount of pep to it, surprisingly, and is much better than what you will find in the Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid. Now also, the handling and the steering on this vehicle is nicely balanced. It doesn't feel like a sports car or anything of that nature, but it's better than the Toyota Prius with its numb steering. And this vehicle is actually decent to drive. You can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go. Overall, driving the 2016 Chevrolet Volt is pretty nice and enjoyable. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the vehicle. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the car. Build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. Sitting back here in the Volt, it's pretty tight back here, especially when it comes to headroom. I'm about 6 feet tall, and my head is almost hitting the ceiling of the vehicle. Legroom, there can be a lot better legroom here. It's pretty tight feeling when it comes to legroom and headroom back here. Overall, if you're looking for a family car, this may not be the vehicle for you. We have dual cup holders and a 12 volt power outlet, which is pretty nice, I have to say. And then your rear center armrest is right here. These seats also do fold down, 60-40 split. Alright. Now, even though the Volt may not have the best rear seat legroom or headroom, it does have a decent amount of cargo space back here. And then especially when you fold the rear seats down, and to fold them down, just pull up like this, and then the seats come right down. Overall, not too shabby. Definitely gives a decent amount of hatchback utility. Full manual passenger seat. Then you have your glove box compartment right here, nice and damp. So the 2016 Chevrolet Volt builds upon the recipe of the original Volt while making it more fuel efficient, more powerful, as well as adding many more features in it too. However, there is one key issue that the Volt really needs to address, and that is interior space for its occupants. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.